My problem statement was, this is our a real challenge in Hitachi Vantara, where I was working as a principal technical writer. API development team working as a remote and as in silos, and it was very a small team and very hard to connect with and understand what exactly the changes they were planning for the next release and all. But at the release time, very near to the release, they used to come up suddenly and show, okay, so this is the changes that we have done and it will go in this release. This is a customer requirement. So as a documentation team, and I was a low technical writer for the whole product, it was very challenging for me to compare open API specification API definition files for previous and new one, and then to bring it to our doc site that was built using Gitbook. Okay, so this is my demo. So I built a API release notes generator, and here is the demo.
API technical writers often need to compare API definition files between releases, identify compatibility impacting changes, and convert them into developer-facing release notes. This API release note assistant automates the comparison and creates a review-ready draft. I pass the old and new API definition files to the release notes generator skill. In this example, version 2.0 adds a required workspace ID query parameter to the existing getTasks operation. Let's launch Claude Code and see how Release Notes Assistant generates the release notes. 1. Select Release Notes Generator skill. 2. Add the old API definition file path. And the new API definition file path. Then press Enter. The skill uses the local MCP server to validate the specifications, compare the operations, and generate a structured change report. The deterministic MCP logic identifies the added required parameter and classifies the change as breaking. The skill then converts the structured findings into developer-facing release note prose. It explains what changed, the likely developer impact, and the required action without inventing unsupported migration guidance. The output is intentionally a draft. A technical writer or engineer must review it before publication, especially for product-specific compatibility or migration guidance. The result is a faster, structured workflow from API definition file changes to review-ready API release notes. That concludes the demo. I hope it gave you a clear view of how the API Release Note Assistant works. Thank you.
Yeah, that was the demo, and my learning was like, I learned how to build skill plugins and then MCP server, especially using the Cloud skill. I was very new to Cloud skill before I joining this course, and now I'm very comfortable and started building the tools which can be shared with team skills, I would say. Like, and I started developing some of them. And thank you very much for the wonderful training, Aman, and wonderful coordination by Puneet. Thank you so much.